Okay, so we have quite a lot of stuff dropped today. We have the two banners as well as the hard mode patch notes, so let's just get to it. Let's see, Meursault, Rhino. Okay, so as expected, he is going to work with charge count. What's unexpected is that he scales off speed. Interesting. That follows Rabbit, but it's Rhino. Quite interesting that it works this way. This guy is going to go really fast. So looking at the passive, at the end of the turn, raise your max speed per X charge count next turn. It doesn't say there's a cap here. So how fast can I go? That's the real question. This is going to be very interesting to see if there's a soft limit or a hard limit to this thing. Because we can probably get to some ridiculous numbers. I think L-Corp Faust, if you give her a lot of actions, she can already go like to maybe 20 plus speed or something like that. Sounds interesting indeed. His guard skill, let's see. On use, if attacked while shielded, you gain charge count. And his support passive, at the start of the combat phase, one ally with the highest charge count gains max speed per X charge on next turn. This is quite okay, I think. Gaining max speed is alright, and he does have all of these moves that scale with speed. At X plus speed, you deal more damage, you deal more bleed count. Interestingly enough, this character is a bleed count character as well. That was not on my checklist. I thought it was going to be charge and blunt. But he's now blunt slash slash, which is not what I expected, but okay. Anyway, so this character, the coinage looks pretty alright already. We got a skill 2 and skill 3, which gives a lot of coinage. His skill 1 is mainly to gain the charge count. Skill 2 also looks to be a charge count gainer as well. And his skill 3 is something that you spend your charge to inflict bleed count. So this looks like a bit similar in design to Rose Banner Rodion, where you use your skill 1 and skill 2 to activate your skill 3, although Rose Banner is skill 1 into skill 2, not the other way around. So, it's really interesting that they raised the max speed. It doesn't say they raised the minimum speed, so your max just is going higher, but you can still roll your lowest. So it's quite gambly, it looks like at first glance, but I don't know what his base speed is. He could be just a super zoomy character. So this skill 1 looks really interesting because it is a single big hit that scales with charge count and speed, boosting final power and damage. So even though it's only one coin, it has quite a lot of potential here to do a lot of damage if the numbers are good. We have to wait for those. The fact that the rest of his moves are 3 coiners though does give me a little bit more hope that this character is going to be a crazy good DPS, perhaps. It would be extremely disappointing to see a +1/+1/+1 on these. So here's hoping, but the way this character looks, it looks like he's meant to be a DPS. Yeah, he's going to support bleeding. I think he's like our second character that actually inflicts a significant amount of bleed count, possibly. Yeah, he could be the next KK Ryoshu actually, with this amount of bleed count. He has so much bleed count on him. Like, these two moves have 2 lines here that inflict bleed count. Yeah, and then he types 2 because of the second move. There's a second coin here that will also inflict bleed count. So this does look very, very interesting. And he has at X plus charge count, he gains coin power. And if you have coin power in this game, you're probably busted. So going by that logic, this character seems to be busted, but we are going to wait up on that. I think the good news is that this character will be in the standard dispensary, so you have no rush at all to get this character. Yeah, interesting asset to the bleed team, I agree. Yeah, 6 hit on S3. It's 3 coins, but yeah, it's a bit weird that it's triple on hit, triple on hit. I don't really know why it's like that. I don't think there's anything else to it. It's on the first coin, all of these hits just trigger at the same time. Why is there 2 separate lines? Is it because it spends a minimum amount of charge here, and then it's a minimum amount of charge here as well? I don't know why, but whatever. In the end, it's all down to the coinage. The coin is very good, and is this damage bonus here enough to make this skill really good, or something that you don't really give a shit about? Yeah. Nothing much else to about this character, he looks to be a very independent character that just wants to get a lot of charge count. Unfortunately, I think Meursault does not have an ego that gives him charge count at the moment. You can only give him extra charge count through Gregor's ego, AEDD, or you give it through Telepole Dawn. Yeah, I think those are the only two options we have to help charge him up. Anyway, next we got Rodion. Rodion, 2 coin, 3 coin, looking pretty decent. Don't know about the coinage yet, so still can't say anything. But the fact that she is a poise count character does give me some sort of But it's also a shield character. It's the first shield character, huh? Gain X shield per Y poise count. Oh, interesting. So it's a shield character that gains crit. The more Okay, she gains poise count if she has shield. And you gain shield by having poise count. So it's a very self-contained character. Very cool. I like this design actually. I like stuff like this where the character can support itself through its own passive. Very cool. So it gains poise count, but it does not have any poise, like actual number generation. There's no potency for the poise here. It's just all poise count. Interesting. Is there like a Rodion ego that I'm missing here? She has no way to get poise potency. She only has a way to get poise count. And we are hoping for a crit to inflict fragile next turn. Man, just looking at this already, I feel like this character is trash. Because you need to crit on the number 3. And if you don't crit on number 3, or you crit and then consume your token here, which lowers your chance to crit on the 3rd coin, it's really bad. Because you need the 3rd coin to crit. That sucks, man. Oh, and also this is a triple blunt character. Yeah. Character looks strong. I don't know. Honestly, looking at this skill tree here, because of the fact that the fragility is there, it's already kind of sus. But it does have coin power here. And she does look very self-contained synergy-wise. I think ultimately it'll be down to the coin power and the growth rate. But honestly, a crit character needs to have some phenomenal coins in order to become a very good character. It's the same logic as Elcop Faust. You need to have extremely good coins on you in order to make yourself an actual good character, because then we can ignore the fact that you have poise. Because poise by itself does not increase our damage enough to warrant just building a whole character around poise. I tried full poise when the MD2 came out and it was just not fun either. It was just so slow to just bring other strats in, you know. It's yeah. So poise character and shield character will be quite interesting to see. So I think for these two characters, we're just waiting for their coin power to decide whether they'll be very good characters or not. I believe some people say that's a bit of copium, right? I've been hoping that this is not a tank banner, so I really hope that P-Moon does not give me a tank banner. These characters have, I mean, the coinage is looking good already, and the fact that he is boosting so much damage, I'm hoping he's going to be a heavy hitter, and I'm hoping that she's, you know, at least have some decent coins so that I can be like, oh, okay, I don't have the, I don't mind this not triggering as often. I just use the skills anyway because they're all pretty damn good, have good coinage, have good coin power, and then can win Clash. Yeah. So if it's that kind of character, I think it's totally fine. For Meursault, I have high hopes. I hope it's not really shitty coins, that's all. Okay, so now that I've talked about the initial impressions, let's take a look at MD2. So MD2 Hard will be added to the game on July 13th, 2 more days as of the recording of this video. You need to clear this on normal, by the way. And if you somehow have not been clearing your normal dungeon, please go and clear your normal dungeon once. And you can do the MD2 Hard for large amounts of Battle Pass EXP. I think we've seen this one already, right? Actually, we've seen a lot of these already. Oh! Oh my goodness! I think that's the buff that I wanted. Wait, hold up. Look, starting cost will be adjusted. That's fine, right? But at the start, at shop and at rest stops, costs of all IDs under 3 stars will now cost 0. Hey. That means rest stops are actually useful. Okay, so the problem I had with rest stops beforehand was that rest stops, right, you had to pay money to get your units anyway at the rest stop. So why would you ever hit a rest stop? It doesn't actually help you in any way unless you really need the healing, which you can probably just bring one ego to just satisfy all your healing needs. Or just, you know, don't lose the clash. But the fact that now all identities under 3 stars are now 0 means that the 2 stars and the 1 star characters are now more valuable. You can hit up the rest stop to fill up your roster, because assuming that you want to get your big 3-star ID with your big ego, so maybe a single carry, like you bring Chef Ryoshu, who has some sort of self-sustain, as well as the Open Eyes Ryoshu Ego, the purple one, that cleaves enemies and heals allies when they stagger or kill. That you can just bring that one carry, and then you just stall until you get to a rest, and then you can buy more characters. That's just an example of what I'm thinking about. At the start, you see the IDs are also costing 0. So honestly, I think... Wait, oh, all IDs under 3-star. Wow, that's actually more lenient than I thought. Because that means, right, you can bring any 2-star you want into the dungeon. So you can bring Leo Ishmael, for example, and just bring all of the Leo gang, because they're all 2-stars. You can also bring NCOP, Sinclair, and then bring all of the other NCOPers. The real question is whether the dungeon's levels will be high. I imagine it's going to be super high, which means that NINCLAIR is just not usable at all, because he's going to get too much sanity, and then that's a big problem. So I think in terms of solo carries, right, you want someone that can full heal the party, maybe? That can heal the party and has good damage. So I'm thinking Chef would be the ultimate option, with maybe G. Gregor as the second option. Really don't know. Very interesting. Wait for this to start. I'm gonna try out some budget setups, because this change right here really does promote you running thematic teams, or teams that support each other, or just run all of the good 2-stars and 1 super carry 3-star. Yeah, I think all of those strats will be viable, so it's going to be interesting to try it out. So their goal was to encourage experimentation to enhance synergy between current loadout, ego gifts, and skill changes. I'm totally fine. Reducing anxiety caused by adjusting or rearranging starting composition. I suppose that's fine actually. Yeah, because that means, right, I can try any team at the start. I can just go all Lius, then I don't have to go and recruit the Lius along the way. Yeah, this actually is not too bad. Especially since a lot of the characters that support the different statuses are 2-stars, right? We got what? Tremor Gang, Rose Banner. We got NCOP Gang, Nails. We got the Burn Gang, Liu. I think that's it so far. We don't have sinking support yet. Charge count, also not really. Yeah, I think those two need to be fleshed out a bit more, because there really is no reason to stack your charge count to some ridiculously high levels yet. But yeah, quite interesting. I like this. Let's see, number 3. Shops and rest stops will now appear at fixed locations. Okay, that is very nice actually. Now I don't have to change my path. Okay, this actually fixes one of the big problems I had initially, where they wanted to hide the entire dungeon. Now that your shops and rest stops appear at fixed locations, you don't have to RNG your shop. You just need to RNG the enemies that you fight, which I think is great, because that means I don't get to miss my shop or my rest stop. So that is really nice. I like it a lot. First shop of F2, first room of F4, first room of F5, and the room immediately before boss fight. And then there's one rest stop at the first room of F3. Oh. Huh. Oh, I see. So, in which unpredictable future prevented players from visiting a shop, therefore making them unavailable. Yes. I like this. I like this a lot. This is definitely something that I think would solve the hidden future from now on. Yeah, this is really nice. Buff effects applied to each floor will be adjusted based on difficulty. I believe this one is regarding the difficulty increase, right? They are making it so that around floor 1 you're already getting like the floor 3 buff or something like that. So you're going to get more stats on the enemies, making it much harder for you. So okay, we'll see how it goes. Let's see, floor-based range. Ah, I see. So now we'll get range of the ego gifts. This is a great change, because I noticed like you actually get some ridiculously strong ego gift at the start, and then you just win off the rest. So this actually does make it feel like you're power leveling through the game. Yeah. Okay. All pretty good changes so far actually. I really like them a lot. They fix a lot of the issues that I had with the game initially. Well, with the announcement of like how they wanted to do the hiding stuff, all that. Yeah. Milepost of survival got lowered. Oh, they nerfed it. If this gift spawned on the 4th floor onwards, yep, that's good. That's a good logic there. I like that. A lunar memory. unchanging it will now reflect its powerful effects and will now spawn less frequently. Shit, I haven't collected it for my my Ego compendium yet, so this is actually a bit harder now for me to collect it, because if you want to unlock them in the compendium, you need to click them by like picking them up and using them in a run. You can't just see them, which is quite annoying because then I can't complete my Ego gift compendium. Yeah. I don't think, I'm not sure if any sites have collated all of the Ego gifts yet. I have to go and double check again. But I haven't done any tier listing for all this stuff yet because I have not seen any lists so far. I might have to make them myself, which is why I'm trying to get that compendium up. Maybe in the future I'll just ask people to send me photos or something. But it's all good. Oh, you can refuse an Ego gift. Do you get cost for it or do you just refuse it? Huh. Okay. This is nice because most roguelikes usually have a way to skip something, because sometimes taking, for example, taking a healing Ego gift when you have She Ishmael is screwing up your She Ishmael. Your She Ishmael will never get to 50% if you heal. So yeah, that's pretty decent. Cost gain and Ego gift spawn rate. Cost gain upon battle completion will be adjusted as follows. Ah, so now it encourages you to do focused and risky encounter. What's a focused encounter? Focus encounter is it the two swords crossing each other? What the hell is a focus encounter? You gain 30 costs, and then you get a risky encounter as well. I thought risky was the two swords crossed. I'm not sure what is this focus encounter. Is it abnormality? I don't know. This one I don't know. But 75% is a huge amount. You probably want to take those encounters. Yeah, I think so usually in roguelikes you want to just try to get a deck that can beat the hardest shit so you can snowball out of control with your Ego gifts. At least that's usually what happens. So yeah, you would probably just keep going for this to make your run even stronger. Unless you are trying to speedrun, then perhaps you can for the normal encounter. Yep. Okay. Ego gift tier list. I'm totally agree with this. Okay. So far, all of the changes I really like for all of this. Making it so that you can use any of the 2 stars makes it so you can run all of your synergy teams, your roleplay teams or whatever. Then you can also feel the power increase, and fixing these like shops and rest stops is really nice, especially since if they didn't fix it, right, then we would have to RNG the shop, which sounds really annoying. It's like if you play Slay the Spire but you don't know where the hell the shop is. That's hell of annoying. I think that's probably one of the ascensions also. I have not gone that far. It's like playing the lower ascensions. I'm not like super. I don't like pushing all the way. Yeah, I only like challenging myself to a little bit, but I don't like to super challenge myself. Okay, so anything else? Oh, we're getting a Yisang banner. Okay. Yisang banner, probably not worth pulling. Oh, yes, I mentioned cutter on it. This one, not sure. New idea extractions, okay, they'll be added. Nothing else. New content will be on. Oh, okay, never mind, nothing else. Oh, sanity will now be reduced upon. Oh, shit. Buffs are planned for starting egos upon July. Oh, dear, okay. Currently, base egos have by default no SP costs and requires few ego resources, or having similar. Yep. That's why I find it very free to play to win this game, because I only use base egos and they have no SP costs and they cost very little. So to balance them, they add XP costs and adjust some base ego skills and passive that are considered to be weak. Okay. Hey, look at that! Faust gets the biggest drop. Yep, Faust is my favorite because it gives you a crazy strong passive. Honglu's one is a bit interesting. I think because these two also heal sanity, so it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, these two have like AoE heal sanities, so I think it's not too impactful for that. But all of these other egos having a 10 SP cost. Yeah, you can't do passive spam anymore. That is, well, I mean, you probably still can. It's sanity minus 10. If you win one clash, you get back like, what, 5 sanity or something like that. It's, yeah, I think it should be fine no matter what. What else you got? Representation emitter. As it's considerably more powerful, you know, yep, it is definitely more powerful than the rest, yep. to significant SP heal effect to prevent her from being an absolute must in gameplay contents. Okay, but then you better make the rest competitive then. Coin effect, threat spinning tier 1, heal 6 SP and then after attack. Oh no, this changed. Oh, heal 3 other allies. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean when we bring 7 people, right, healing 6 to all is a bit insane, right? So 3 others sounds perfectly fine to me. Heal 12, heal 10 for 3 others. This is a pretty big nerf. Okay, what's this one? Final plus 2. If 10 plus turns, if an enemy is staggered during this unit attack, one ally with the lowest SP has plus 2 heal efficiency. What? What? This is a huge kill of her passive. Because her passive was extremely good because of the final power plus 2. And now it's just like, what? Okay. I guess maybe healing will be more priority in the future. Interesting. Platform Jaemoon Cook, I say. Adjust the amount of SP regain when defeating an enemy of higher level. Oh, shit! No way! Really? Adjust the amount of SP regain when defeating an enemy of higher level. Defeated by this unit. Base 10 SP and additional 10 regain. 10 SP regain. Oh my goodness, NINCLAIR has been saved? Is that NINCLAIR safe? Oh my god. Wait, beforehand it was until 10 per 1 level difference. Holy shit, man. How was... My goodness, that's why he's always so happy when we bring him to like floor 4 and 5. Damn. Okay, these are pretty good. Can Sun Shower now be used? Sun Shower still has the problem that's sinking, right? Sinking, currently you cannot stack enough. It takes too long. Okay. Oh my goodness. NINCLAIR might be usable on this patch. Holy shit, dude. Oh my. Whew, what a change. Okay. Alright, then changes to the... Oh, Abnos are now focused encounters. Okay, I see. So you want to fight the Bull, you want to fight Froggy, you want to fight Alleyway Watchdog, etc. Okay. Alright, then a huge list of stuff. Anything interesting here? Blah blah blah. Okay, some I guess game-breaking bugs again. Voice line stuff. Honestly, these don't really look like major stuff. Fix an issue with blah 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 blah. And then change abnormality events to gain costs in Hell's Chicken. Okay. Before hurting, after prison. What's this? Oh, to gain cost. Okay, no, they just changed some options in the abnormality stuff. Okay. And then 300 lunacy. Okay, these patch notes are kind of insane actually. So much stuff that I like. I think this one, the most major option, I mean the biggest change, because this probably makes NINCLAIR actually usable now. Which means you can hyper carry NINCLAIR with Impending Day and then throw whatever other 2 stars or 1 stars you want to bring with you. Because NINCLAIR will carry you the whole way and he will heal you by popping that ego. He will corrode a lot. Because you have to eventually get like Faust or the NCOP gang or something like that. And actually, it's not too bad, I think, especially if you bring the entire NCOP at the start, because now you can bring all the 2 stars. So you can bring NINCLAIR with Impending Day, that's probably most of your cost at the start, and then you just bring the rest of the NCOP gang, or you can just bring enough people that have Lust, because if you can... no, that doesn't work. Sorry, I'm thinking of Whistles. You would need a source of SP regen to make him not corrode. And unless you don't care, you know, if you don't give a shit about that, then you can just give him Impending Day and he'll be fine. But this bodes very, very well for NINCLAIR. In fact, you might be able to freaking solo NINCLAIR on some Abnos maybe. Maybe you fight a Chroma in this dungeon as well, because they did say Abnos, right? Wait, Chroma is a human though. I don't know. She counts like an Abno? Question mark? I don't know. This one I don't know. Anyway, Because I remember there was a strat where we could one-shot Chroma. Well, not one-shot, we could just Unga Bunga Chroma by using the corruption of the impending day ego. And that would let you get your turn back, and then you could do a shit ton of damage to Chroma. Very interesting, very interesting. This one is very major. It means NINCLAIR has now become a crazy strong god of Mirror Dungeon because of that healing access, as well as having a crazy high damage output. And basically bringing one NINCLAIR, right, covers most of your blunt requirements. Then you can bring Slash and Pierce as other characters in the picture. So very interesting. You can't really do full Unga Bungan in the MD2, I think, because it does cost quite a bit. I think it costs 100 per 3-star, right? And then additional cost of egos as well. So that is going to be quite expensive. So you have to prioritize between buying the ego or buying a character. I would say buying a character will increase your power level way more though, compared to buying an ego gift. Unless it's the ego gifts that give you more energy, like the Sin Energy stuff. Those are kind of insane for most strats. Man, I really want to theorycraft so many things of all this. NINCLAIR is going to be super good. Buying anything with cost is going to be super high tier. Buying anything that gives you Sin Energy is super high tier. Because all of those just let you do more egos, more buying. It's just snowball out of control. Oh man, MD2 sounds so fun. So fun. Okay. Anyway. I think this video has gone on for way too long. I'm too hyped. Summary. We're getting the 2 units here. I think that we have to wait for the number no matter what, because although the coinage here looks really good, ultimately it's the numbers that will decide whether they're actually usable. It's promising though, both of them. He looks like he's going to go super fast and apply a lot of bleed count. So maybe it could be another KK Ryoshu, as well as do a lot of damage from this coinage. And the fact is skill 1 also uses his charge count and speed to boost his damage even more. So could be a very strong character. Rodion, I mean, you know, Rose Banner exists, but she's a 2-star, and 2-stars are used in the MD2 dungeon. So could be very good also, because she has poise count and she has fragility here. I mean, if you're using her for MD2 stuff, I can see why you don't bring her if you're running the poise gang, because you can get a fragile source here. And with the MD2 ego that gives you a shit ton of poise, this character might be very strong, because then you can just keep critting no matter what, and then your skill tree just crits. If you don't get the crit, then it sucks, because that's how it be, right, when you're playing with poise, because there's like, poise is unreliable, but whatever, you know, whatever. If you're running her for funsies, then you just don't really give a shit anyway. Okay, and then MD2 stuff is really good. Like, there's so many good stuff that I just talked about. The fact that you can bring 2-stars like infinitely. All the 2-stars are cost of 0. You can just recruit them infinitely. No restrictions. You just bring 1 3-star, a bunch of 2-stars. Boom, you have your team. And all these changes here are really great for making the runs more consistent and also making yourself feel like you're getting powerful with every flow. And yeah, then some nerfs to the base egos as well. Nerfs to the base egos I think is justified, especially Faust, but I think Faust might have been hit a bit too hard, a little bit, I'm not too sure. They nerfed her from giving every ally like SP, now it was only 3 other allies, and they're also nerfing the passive to give heal efficiency instead of final power. So now she doesn't have that Ennui passive like before, so it kind of, this is like a major suck for me. Final power 2 was really nice, especially with the cost of the representation emitter. Sucks. And then the super huge change here is this one, where the SP changes, you now regain 10 no matter what, regardless of level difference. So NINCLAIR will now go insane as expected, so you will need to use SP regen to keep him not corroded, or you just let him corrode anyway and just unleash a bunch of corroded attacks that hopefully hit the enemy. Yeah. And then lastly here, they're changing abnormality encounters to focus encounters. They're changing some abnormality events, and then there's a bunch of other stuff here that's not quite minor, and then we're getting 200 lunacy. So yeah, that's it for all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, dude. MD2 Hard is just getting more hyped the more details I read about it. Very good stuff here. Leave a comment if you have any opinions about the MD2 stuff as well. I love reading those stuff. And yeah, I am looking forward to the banner. I'm also looking forward to MD2 Hard. so much. Please, I want to play Limbus Comfort. Okay, that's it for me. I'll talk to you all when MD2 Hard drops. See you guys.